The Constitution of India. Preamble. We, the people of India, having solemnly resolved to constitute India into a sovereign, socialist, secular, democratic republic and to secure to all its citizens justice, social, economic and political, liberty of thought, expression, belief, faith and worship, equality of status and of opportunity, and to promote among them all fraternity, assuring the dignity of the individual and the unity and integrity of the nation. In our Constituent Assembly, this 26th day of November 1949, do hereby adopt, enact and give to ourselves this Constitution.
Hello everyone. So you all might have gone through the videos. The video is getting you some things which you saw in your classroom. The codes, the blackboard, the ever-time slate, right? The chalk duster, the chalkboard eraser or else, the chalk sticks, the flower vase, the tablecloth which we put on to the table, right? So here we are moving to know around. The topic is on teachers, students, the conversational styles, the classroom conversations in fact, okay? Let's know around is the title for our class today. This comprises teachers, the students, the blackboard, the lunching and one or two new ones. So let's start. A teacher. She is the all in charge of all intellectual abilities, right? There may be 35, there may be 40s in the class, isn't it? She do take care of you all as a second mother. So we do have to give her in turn, and we all know you love your teacher to the utmost extent. Today, we are going to know some models of sentences which we use with the teachers and things related to her. Clear? Right. We all are fond of the teachers. At the same time, we are scared of them. It's not because that they look a little harsh or they do scold us. No. It's the respectfulness that makes us a little scared towards them. Isn't it? So, when our teacher assigns us a work, we turn more conscious and cautious. Cautious means turning more careful. Clear? So, it's our need to make sure that the teacher has come for the day. So, how do you go and ask the teacher stuff? Because we are seeking for the teacher. You do go to the teacher's staff room, which is otherwise called as teacher's lounge. Remember, L-O-U-N-G-E. This is pronounced as lounge. Teacher's lounge is another word for teacher's staff room. Okay, dear children? Right. So you have to ensure that the teacher has come for the day. How do we ask? Teacher, has the teacher come today? Let's imagine our Radhika teacher. She is teaching you mathematics, right? We have to confirm that she is present for the particular day. How do we ask? Has Radhika teacher come today, teacher? Or, teacher, has Radhika teacher come today? This can be a question to them. Clear? For a bit or two, or maybe for 2-3 days, the teacher may report to the school or to the class a little late. At that time too, in case if the particular teacher is your class teacher, you do run to the staff room or else to the office to confirm that the teacher do come for the day or not. How do we go and ask, teacher, has the teacher come for the day? Do she come? This is a kind of ensuring the thing, right? The teacher may report a little late, maybe after the first session. So how do you tell to your friends, dear friends, the teacher came. The teacher has come for the day, okay? Or the teacher came just now, few minutes before or few moments before she came to the school. So you can say in this way, the teacher came just now. Practice these sentences which is connected to a teacher and her presence. Now, teacher takes utmost work to make you teach many things. It can be a short story, it can be a poem, which is else pronounced as poem in British. Remember, make a note of this pronunciation too. The teacher do make notes for you because she have to dictate you in the class. The teacher have to make you understand what are the topics and what do they talk about, right? So we all are fond of teachers, as I said earlier. We do compare each other to help the teacher. In fact, when she moves out of the class, we do follow her and ask her, teacher, can I help you out? So she do say, yes dear, you can help me out. How do we help? We do take the things to her desk. Where do we take the things? We do take the handbooks of the teacher to the teacher's desk and we keep it on her desk. So desk is a proper place which has been allotted for the teacher alone to do her works. It can be on the files, it can be the file correction, it can be to check the diary and the die chart, right? So that is your teacher's desk. Remember the term, clear? Okay, now it's time for us to move to the assignments. Clear? Before moving to the assignments, I must remind you about the bell and the teacher. Teacher always gives out the assignments, right? So teacher give the assignments. And what we do? We do submit the assignments. We can't give it back. We are submitting it by paying due respect to the teacher's words. Remember, we are giving a due respect to her words. That's her advice, right? ADVICE. This is the advice of a teacher. Clear? Right. The teacher is asking you about assignment. One day, she came to you and asked, where are your assignments? In case if you have failed to do the assignment, in case if you have failed to do the assignments, how do you tell her? At first, you should ask a sorry to her. Teacher, I'm sorry. I didn't do the assignment for this session. See how it's been used? I didn't do the assignment for this session. Else, I couldn't do the assignment for this class. Or, I couldn't do the assignment for this subject. Please excuse me or please pardon me for that. Pardon me. The spelling is PARDONME. Give a space after pardon and then the me comes. Right? Imagine that you went absent for 2-3 days for a particular class or maybe for the whole day. Take a note of these. You must ask an excuse for the teacher if she asks you for the assignments. Teacher, I'm definitely sorry. I couldn't attend the class and I was absent for the day. I was absent for the day and I couldn't do the assignments. So before that, you should say a sorry. Let's be noted, right? I'm sorry, teacher. I couldn't do the assignments and I was absent for the day. Because why did we use the preposition for? It's showing the time lag or the time period. That's why we are indicating the day with for the day. Clear? Right. Now think about your teacher's entry to the class. I told you already, in case if she make you to go with a test paper, you will be awaiting for her entry, right? And you will ensure that the teacher has come or not. Then only you will get ready for the task. It's a fact, right? So here, you are awaiting for the teacher's entry. The teacher enters. As soon as the bell rang, the teacher entered the class, right? So bell went and the teacher entered the class. This can be for the last hour too. How do we see that? Soon the bell rang, the teacher moved out of the class. She can't leave you and go. But she might have left you there because the time is up for the day. And she has moved out of the class. M-O-V-E-D space O-U-T. This is a phrase to indicate that she has taken the whole time and she is leaving for the day, right? So she is moving out of the class. So teacher always moves out of the class when the period gets over. Hope this is clear for you. Now let's know about blackboard and the chalk. We used to say the stick as the carbon stick as chalk, but the word needs one more correction. It's in the form of a stick, a small stick. So we have to refer it as a chalk stick. Here, we all run in short of time, right? So when your class teacher enters the class, she will see what the tablecloth, whether it's been put on the table or whether it's been spread on the table or not, right? So what do you do with the tablecloth? You put on the tablecloth. You are giving a dress for the table, remember. Then, the chalk stick, that's what we were talking about. So the teacher asked you, where are the chalk sticks? As a preceptor, or if you are one of the preceptor, you do run to the next class, right? Because we are running short of time. So you are moving to the next class and you have to ask as a request to the teacher. Teacher, may I get some chalk sticks? Then also, it's not complete. May I get some chalk sticks to write with? Because chalk stick is helping you to do the action, that is to write. Clear? This also goes with a pen and a pencil. Can I get a pencil to write with? Can I get a pen to write with? Remember these prepositions because you are using the pen and you are writing with that. It's a job of the pen or the pencil. Okay? I am doing the job and that is with teaching. See, the profession is teaching and that is my job. Right? So use the preposition with the service-oriented things. So chalk stick has to help us with writing, pen has to help us with writing, and pencil too will help us with writing. The next is about the duster, the chalk board eraser. The teacher comes to your class, she will see to the blackboard, she will see to the writings on the board, she will ask the leader, this is not yet cleared. So again, you just stand up and say, sorry teacher, I will erase the matter now. I will erase the matter now. You can even use the word stuff there, but it sounds better if we use the term matter. What do we do with the chalk test? We wipe the chalk test off the blackboard. So the leader wiped out the chalk dust off the blackboard. See to the term, we are wiping the chalk dust off the blackboard. Wipe the chalk dust off. Remember these model of sentences. Use it in your class when you get the time. You come back. Right? Okay. Now it's time to enter the lab. We all know what's a lab, right? It can go with a computer lab, can even go with some books, can even go with some other kind of physics, chemistry, or biological labs too. Here, we do remove the chappals, sandals, or the shoes. So how do we see that? You should take off the sandals or chappals before you enter the lab. Take off your sandals or chappals or the shoes before you enter the lab. Hope this portion was very clear for you. Right? Now it's time for us to go for the lunch. There are two more phrasal verbs that I'm going to introduce to you. They are off for and off to. These two phrasal verbs can not only go with lunch, can go with any works. Right? Imagine that almost all the tasks for the day is over. You have to step out to have some meal. Some small meal, it can be a heavy meal, anything. So you are off for your lunch, which means that your task is almost over and now it's your time to go and have the lunch. So I am off for my lunch. That means the work is done and I am moving out for my lunch. So you can also be off for your lunch when the bell rings for you for the particular time, right? So at that time you people can say, we are off for the lunch because the class is getting over and you are getting the time for the lunch, right? There is one more term just connected with the lunch. For example, lunching. You might have heard the term. Lunching means having the lunch. Instead of saying that we are having the lunch, you can use this term. We are lunching now. Or we are lunching. That is enough. Right? Suppose you had a late lunch. How do we say? We lunched a little late. We lunched a little late. Especially for the maths periods or the maths sessions, she writes or make the problems onto the board. It will take some time for us to take it down onto the maths note, right? So we are giving us much more time. So before getting onto the lunch box and before opening it, we are making ourselves flexible to take down the steps and then we will be moving out for the lunch, right? So that's why we lunched a little late. Clear? Okay. And what about the phrase off to? Off to is a term or a phrasal verb which goes with as per you go. Like the time has come and of course we have to go for that. No other way. This is like that the work may be going with the other side and you have to move with your time schedules. Okay? So how do we say? I am off to the lunch and I will do my work when I do that, right? Or I am off to the lunch now. I will resume to the work after that. Clear? Hope two phrasal verb and the term lunching is very, very clear for you. Okay? Now let's invite two new terms. One is connected with one of our habits. The other one is connected with our class. Our teacher do get the role for all the students to perform, right? There are no weaker sections, there are no brilliant sections, all are equal. But then too, we have to give them the support and the guidance. You might have seen this in all the classes, maybe before seminars and after seminars. This is like the teacher do write a topic and it might have fixed onto the center of the board. You can see to the picture now. The picture is branching out or has got branched out with different opinions. The question is asking that are you a hero? The question is like, are you a hero? How the question reads, are you a hero? There are different opinions for that. One says, I'm a hero. One says, I'm a chief leader. The other one says, no, I'm not a hero, I'm not a zero. Right? That's how the opinions move on. So, what did you see there? That was inviting opinions from all the students and everyone to get a chance for that. We call this kind of teaching as chalk talk. What is it? Chalk talks. Right? Fine. Now let me invite the new term which is very much close to our habit. We all wake up early in the morning, right? First, what will be the first posture for us? We to stretch the muscles like this, right? And we to yawn, isn't it? So this is a process of letting out the drowsiness and letting in the energy by stretching out the muscles with yawning. So what is it? The process of letting out the drowsiness and letting in the energy by stretching out the muscles with yawning is called occitancy. What is it? Occitancy. The spelling is like this: OSCITANCY. So occitancy is a new word for you, okay? So click to these two terms, occitancy and the chalk talk. Yeah? Hope this class was very useful to you. We all are waiting to see your face. We all are counting the days. When do you people will be back? Okay? Take care of your health. Drink plenty of water. Pray to God. Let us all get back to normal again. May God help you all. So this is all for today. Meet you with the third session. Be ready to try the accent onto your tongues. That's all, dears. Thank you all. Bye-bye.